Hi everyone, in this episode I'm going to show you how I make the side cover for my 1981 Kawasaki 250 G1. So I acquired this bike a couple of weeks ago for a really good price and I just couldn't say no despite, Anyway, it's a single cylinder, air-cooled, overhead valve 250, 5-speed, overall length 20-15mm and width 7-10mm, 8.9 compressio and 19 horsepower at 8,000 RPM. Yeah, woo! Anyway, so there was a few things to do for the roadworthy, hence the cheap price, and most of them were pretty basic, straightforward things, but I wanted to make the video of the side cover because I found that it was such a hard part to find, let alone to find at a decent price. I mean, considering that you're buying a piece of plastic, I really wanted to make something my own and to learn and hone some skills from it. So basically what I've done is the old trick where you lay a piece of paper over the... Let's hold back a few steps. I had the right-hand side cover and not the left, so I've laid a piece of paper over the right-hand side cover and rubbed the edge with a ruler until it's rubbed through, and then I've cut that template and used that to make the face of the left-hand cover. Now, since then, which I didn't record, I'd also made what you can see on the edge is a folded piece of 30 and 25mm folded at, say, 50 degrees, and then welded that all around to make the lip. And that's where we come to this stage where I need to compare the two sides because it has to fit to the frame's contours. I'm basically just winging it and getting the adjustable square and getting some points that it really knocks in and cuts away and things like that. And that's what you're looking at now. So with those numbers and the trusty Sharpie, that's the basis from where I start to make the cutaways and eventually get it to fit on the bike. On the top flange, this piece is the part that contours around the frame the most. So what I've done here is I've divided it into 10mm gaps and then transferred the measurements over, and that'll give me the right curve. Once all the measurements are down, you can use your trusty flexi curve to join all the dots like a dot-to-dot puzzle, except in a real nice fashion without going in a zigzag manner. When that's done, you guessed it, chop chop mother. Okay guys, probably one of the last nights I'm spending on this thing. Everything else is ready for roadworthy apart from the cover. This is what it looks like so far. This part here needs to roll back up. So I've just got some 2mm alloy and bent it around the roller at work just with a soft hammer with a rubber mallet. So that's all nice and clean now. I'm just going to tack it up in place. So the first curve was made around a 120mm roller, and the second curve that rolls into that when you look at the side cover is a little bit sharper, so I've just tapped that around some 25 nominal bore pipe and it worked out really good. When you join up the two radiuses, blob a weld down there like so, and mint. If there's one bit of advice I can offer when you're cutting with a compound cutting disc, it's that you use thinners or something to really clean it before you weld it. It makes all the difference. Now in this clip I finally get to sand down the welds. I've pretty much I did it with the grinder and then some sandpaper, and then for some reason I thought it'd be good to do some Scotch-Brite. I think it was just because it looked cool. So at this point I was pretty happy with it, other than the slots which locate in the front. Mainly, I don't know what I was thinking, but I was just rushing. I had a 3mm drill bit and I went gung-ho one night. So in this clip you see me using the needle files. You can just pick them up for super cheap auto for like $11.99 or something. I had to go nuts with them just to make it a little bit more respectable. Yeah, it's pretty bad. And anyway, after that, I also just got some etch primer to get the alloy prepped and just some paint from Super Cheap, and yeah, it was a pretty good match. Alright guys, that's all painted, and it's getting dark, but actually if you've watched my last videos, most of them are recorded with a light down here. I've just worked out a way, if you guys don't have a shed with like light in it, you can totally get like one of these mini G-clamps, like that, and hook it over the purlin and have the light on there. It actually lights up pretty good. So yeah, all finished, got one coat on it, and I'm going to leave it at that until I can powder coat it or get a proper match, because this is just the super cheap auto range of metallic car paint that I kind of just matched from memory, and it's not too bad. But yeah, so that's it. Alright guys, that is it for this video. My cover's finished. It's not perfect, but I'm definitely pretty happy with the way it went. And like, there's no exposed wires anymore, so I'll take it for the roadworthy when I can. If you liked the video, please consider subscribing, liking, comment for any questions. Or if you want to support the channel, there's my merch on builddriverace.com. So yeah, I can probably hear it in the comments already, but you're probably saying, why wouldn't you just go get a spare part? You're probably right, probably should have. At the time that I needed one, there wasn't much around, and it seemed a bit expensive for a bit of plastic, so it was a good experience to practice honing the skills and stuff like that. If you guys sort of want to do something like that, just have a crack. All you need to do is have a crack and put one foot in front of the other. It's not perfect, but yeah, I'm pretty happy I did it, and I will see you in the next video.